Come on, man.
Hard to get some.
Yeah, now you know why I struggle so much every week.
All right, welcome into the Bogey Bro Banter.
I don't like that you have the remote.
Play it back.
Yeah.
Boom.
To start off this week.
Oh, you got topics.
Yeah. Did you know that chicken strips in French is chicken swamp?
That's not true.
Look it up.
I will Google it. And Google has...
Is it pronounced like that?
Yeah, chicken swamp.
Why do you know that?
I took French.
Oh.
While
this
he's
isn't the breakfast nook.
While he's looking that up, Trevor, why don't you go and tell him what's going to be going on? Like, go ahead and tell him what you were telling me earlier.
That's so funny.
Evil. We should tell him about Wordle.
Oh,
people know about Wordle. It's big. It's big
right.
on Twitter. But you can talk about Wordle.
Oh, I don't
breaking news. Konner's a dirty liar.
Lanière de poulet.
That's chicken strip.
How did you make that up? And what led you to do that? You sicko? Like what? How did that pop into your brain? What did you say it was? Say it again.
Wait. This is Konner.
Malade.
What does that mean?
Get wrecked.
Oh, yeah.
It means sicko.
Oh.
Say it again, Konner.
Chicken swamps.
Chicken swamps. I will say, okay, last night.
Lanière de poulet.
Last night,
Poulet makes sense.
I said something about, there was something about gyro was mentioned, like as in gyroscopic.
Like a
And I said to my wife, I was like, yeah, something about gyro. And I said, like, gyro is actually invented by this guy, Han Gyro. And she looked at me like I was an idiot and knew I was kind of capping. But then I said, I know this because MVP, they use the gyro technology and they sourced that guy. They talk about him. And then she believed me. And then I told her I was capping and she got mad at me. But so that, maybe this is our new thing. We just fake stuff.
We just cap all the time.
Just lie.
Cap and crunch.
Heck yeah, dude.
Every day of my life, I regret that none of us got one of those Cap and Crush discs.
They were $40.
Never mind. I don't regret
strikes,
it. I don't
dude.
regret it.
Yeah. And they also, if they had a destroyer, I would have it 100%.
Yeah, man.
But they didn't. They had strikes.
Yeah, man.
It was a very cool stamp. It was a very cool stamp. So what's new? What's going on there?
We came out of the gate so strong there.
Well, you just were. I thought you had I thought you had an actual topic. So I wasn't even thinking about topics. I was like, oh, this is gonna get us going. And then you just said fake French. Trevor, what's it like being a dad? He was actually telling us how much sleep he's been getting recently.
So much.
It's been great.
No, man, it's great. I think my kid might have red hair.
Really?
Heck
No
yeah.
way.
Wait,
are you being serious?
I don't know. I'll show you the picture, but here's the thing. He is this is the earliest development. It's borderline. It's very borderline.
Could be like brownish blonde.
He came out and it was pretty dark, and then since he was born, it's gotten lighter and lighter to where we just all assumed it was going blonde. I still think it is. The thing is.
Are you gonna love him less if he's a redhead?
Yes. So the thing is,
wow. Just imagine how
his
much
scalp,
how love that would be.
His scalp underneath is still pretty red. He's like a newborn baby. So I think that affects it because when you look at it, his hair against his head, it kind of looks more of a redder tone. But then if you look at it individually, it looks. I don't know. The jury's still out. If he's a redhead, though. There's going to be trouble, man.
Well, there's a way
I've only got enough room for one redhead in my life.
There's a way to tell if he's going to be a redhead.
Does he have a soul?
No, you just have to lick his scalp, and if it tastes like copper, then yeah.
Okay. I'll give that a try. No, I don't know. The jury's still out. I mean, he's a baby. His hair could all fall out and grow back in. Who knows?
Well, I think aren't babies mostly born with darker hair and then it changes?
Yeah, I had darker hair and then mine turned transparent. I think if anything, he might end up being maybe a strawberry blonde or something.
Yeah.
But we always knew it could happen with our
sick.
hair combos.
Dude, him and I would team up against your whole family. He would be my son.
I love how when you were making that joke, you weren't sure if you wanted to make it or not.
Yeah.
You said it so confidently, but not. You're like, he'd be my son.
Yeah.
I have some ginger hairs in my beard. Well,
That is-
you can't really call this a beard. Whatever. I have facial hair that
It's a beard.
That is ginger.
The universal color of beards, most people have a little bit of red in their beard, whether they have any redhead in them or not. My dad, jet black hair, but his beard, like as it's getting gray, he now has like red spots in it. I know a lot of people that have brown hair, but their beard is red.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact.
Hair color. It's really wild. Like the craziest thing about having a newborn is them growing as fast as they do in real time. Like you literally wake up each day and they look bigger because they literally are. Like they grow so fast. And the craziest thing is like the hair color and the eye color, like watching, because like they change so much like early on. We're pretty positive his eye. I mean, we knew his eyes were either gonna be blue or green, but I was always hoping that he would get my wife's eyes because she has really good blue eyes. I kind of have the more green ones. And his eyes definitely started out blue, and I think they're lightening up to be like her light blue eyes. So like that's cool.
That's
the hair
cool.
is a wild card. Absolutely.
Whenever I
wild
have a
card.
kid, I'm definitely gonna just have poop brown eyes. Everyone in my family, everyone in Lizzie's family, all just poop brown. It's like
That's
staring
okay.
into mud.
Come on, man. Just say
No,
Hazel.
dude.
No, if it was Hazel, it'd be like light brown.
Look here.
Brown-eyed girl.
Look here, man. Look here real quick.
Now I'm crying, dude.
No,
You
dude,
are crying.
You got great chocolate brown eyes, man.
Chocolate.
It's like hot cocoa. Every time I just
Chocolate.
melt like a marshmallow right in those hot cocoa eyes.
Okay.
Now, the typical thing that people always talk about whenever they have a kid is like the magic that like they're always really nervous, and then the kid comes out and they're not nervous anymore. They're just like, yeah, I love him. Like there's no, it's like,
Yeah.
I understand. There's unconditional love that I have for this child. Was it like that for you, or did it come out and you're like, no, I don't think I like him.
No, it's definitely you definitely get. There's like a spark, you know.
Did
Like,
you pull a Dwight Schrute and mark the bottom of his foot to make sure he didn't
yeah.
get switched?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
No,
I did see a TikTok.
The baby
where,
never left us. Like where we,
Yeah.
like the place we're at, like he slept in with our room. Like,
that's cool.
He didn't like go away.
I saw
so-
a nurse on TikTok that claimed
We didn't
she had
sleep then
swapped over 500 babies in her career.
on accident or on purpose.
I don't know. Oh my god! I don't know.
No,
I was
we
just scrolling
definitely-
through TikTok and it gave me an irrational fear that I never knew I needed.
I did not. I did not lose eyes like contact with my child.
Yeah.
but like he's in the hospital. I'm pretty sure. So
And then there was this chick that duetted that chick and said that her mom, like she said that her mom's told her the story, and apparently she was born, they took her away, they brought a different baby back, her mom claims, and her mom said, "Get that away from me, that's not my baby." And then the nurse were like, "This is your kid, like look at her bracelet, look at whatever." She's like, "That's not my kid."
oh yeah, no, the bracelet tech is hardcore.
Yeah, and she was like, "No, this is your kid." And the mom refused, and so then the mom went and took a different baby and was like, "This is my baby."
though. Oh my gosh.
And the girl's like, "That's me." And I was like thinking through that scenario, and I was like,
What
"But
the
what
heck?
if your mom was wrong?"
yeah.
And
So
like,
they-
like I don't think
As
it's
soon
real.
as-
There's no
Can they
like
just
the
do
girl.
like DNA tests?
The girl fully believes that story.
DNA test
So-
turns
But my
out.
thing is, wouldn't she get arrested for kidnapping
Yeah.
if you just were like, no? Because like, what if we were the family that was our kid, and like we're sitting there and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go check on our baby," and then our baby's just gone. And they're like, "No, this woman promises that this is your
No,
baby and not the
literally,
baby you've been."
as
Oh,
soon
okay.
as-
They're all the
Okay,
same
there-
anyway.
yeah, it's just a
as
baby.
soon as the baby was born, they get wristbands and they literally bring, like, I'm like still at this point in like emotional. My wife had a C-section, so like I'm in emotional distress at this point. But they like bring it over like right in your face and like show you the numbers on like the codes. Like you, your wife, and the baby all get a wristband with the same number on it. It's like a 5-digit number. Don't remember it anymore. But they like read it to you like multiple times. Like, this is your number. Do you remember this number? And
Why don't they just use names?
what?
Like, why do you have to memorize a
It's in
number?
computer system. Like, I don't know. Like, it's a serial number of some
Treverson,
sort. But
son of
they
Trevor.
also have an electric like device on their ankle band that if they are taken out of
Dude,
the
he's already under
hospital,
home
or
arrest?
if they're taken into
Yeah,
pretty
dang.
much, if they're even taken into an elevator, I think, like with that thing on, every single elevator in the entire building like shuts down. Like they do.
Jeez.
It's like a very
Well, it's because like baby theft was like a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
thing a few years ago.
No, it's pretty hardcore, the system. And then they have like on there, the nurses all have colored borders. I'm giving away all their secrets. They got colored borders on their badges, and they'll say, "Do not let anybody come take your baby from this room unless they have this border on their name tag." Like, they're very careful about
Dude, you
that.
better be careful. Somebody's gonna plan a heist on the
Yeah,
hospital.
I know. They're
Hospitals are wild. You guys want to listen?
stairwell.
You guys want to listen to what I ate at the hospital room service?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had quite a few meals in there because
Chicken cordon bleu. How do you pronounce
Not
it?
even close. Corbin Blue.
Corbin bleu.
Yes. They had a room service menu. So regular room service ran from like 6:30 a.m. until like 6:45, and then there was like an all-night one. And we were allowed 3 meals. For my wife and I each got 3 meals throughout the day.
Heck yeah.
For free. So just send me the bill. But so I had my first meal was chicken tenders, mac and cheese, and green beans. And
Wow, that sounds dope.
it was awful.
Oh.
So bad. Not good at all.
Frick.
I then had a pretty good string of meals though. I had a cheesesteak that was really good. I had a cheeseburger that was pretty solid. I had carrot cake. I had red velvet cake. Keep in mind that my wife couldn't even eat solid foods at this time. So
Trevor's like, how's it going over there?
Yeah, she's like sipping on chicken broth while I'm eating red velvet cake. So that was interesting. But I had some other good ones.
I hate red
had
velvet cake.
I love it.
It's
I hate
poor
it.
man's chocolate. It's the rich man's chocolate. What did you say it was?
Yeah, it's a redneck chocolate cake. Is what my mom says.
Redneck?
Yeah.
See, that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
And she
Because
said, my mom says that it's something that Southern people make to make themselves feel fancy. Here's why I don't like red velvet cake. Because my mom was so passionate about it when I was a kid. I realized this the other day whenever my family was on vacation. My grandma brought like red velvet cake, and my sister and I both looked at each other and was like, "Oh, I hate red velvet cake." And my dad like straight up made eye contact with us and yelled at us and was like, "The only reason you guys don't like red velvet cake is because your mom is so passionate about hating it." And then I was like, that is a good point, because whenever I was a kid, she would always crap on red velvet cake.
That's the
Did
kind of
you
stuff
eat
that.
it?
Not after she crapped
That's
on
the
it.
kind of
No,
stuff
like,
that
no,
gives
the
you
one that-
pressure
that's
as
funny.
a parent.
Yeah,
The one that
ate-
your grandma brought.
I ate it. I didn't think it was good. It tastes like cheap cake. My mom makes really
Unbelievable.
My mom makes really like
You haven't had
high
good red
class-
velvet cake.
Okay, hold on.
It's just chocolate cake though.
But with cream cheese icing.
I love
That's
that.
what makes
you know,
it
if
good.
I had
Yes.
good, I would probably this red velvet cake wasn't that.
Yeah.
it was just like really cheap crap.
Like this is just
But
a delicious
the one I had in
chocolate
the
cake
hospital
with
kinda
red
sucked.
with
Carrot
with
cake
like
was good though.
cream cheese
If
icing.
you put
carrot
cream
cake.
cheese icing on anything, you can put it on a
Yeah.
stick outside.
But that's what I'm saying.
Eat it.
You put
Yeah.
that on chocolate cake. It doesn't matter if it's got a little food dye in it. It's
Yeah,
the best
whoopee
cake on
ding
earth.
dong
I
do.
agree. My mom makes really like high class cakes. Like that's just what she does, and so every dessert doesn't taste good to
You
me
should-
because
what
my
you should
mom
do.
ruined me.
Here's what you should do for your next birthday.
dang.
I like Oreos though.
For your next birthday, just trick your mom. Be like, Mom,
sure
I
what
want
I
a
was
chocolate
related.
cake. I want cream cheese frosting, and I want a little red food coloring in it.
Yeah, because it's my favorite color. It's
She
not.
would pick up
She
on it
knows that.
immediately. She wouldn't do it.
Can't sneak anything.
She
past
won't even
her.
make it for you.
No.
What if you're just like, Mom, look, all I want from you for my birthday is a red velvet cake.
Or I'm.
No,
it.
my mom makes me the same cake every year for
But
my
what
birthday.
if you send her
The
that
same one?
text? What would she respond? If
I'll text her.
Just say all I want for no. Well, because now it's planned. You need to wait. Your birthday's in May, right?
She's not gonna.
Your birthday's in May, right?
Yep.
All right.
I
When
don't
we get
think
to
she's
May,
gonna take him seriously.
She's not gonna.
when we
Yeah,
get to May, I want that text to go out.
Okay.
I just want to see what your mom
I will
responds.
text her.
Set her a reminder
Because
for
then
May.
it's a conflict of interest. Because it's like,
She'll probably call me and yell at me.
well, that's what I'm saying. Is her hatred for red velvet cake bigger than her love for you?
Yes.
That's the question. That's the question that we all have to answer.
And her hatred for redheads.
I think we all have to answer that question at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when your son texts you for red velvet cake, what are you doing?
just disowning him
How old is your son gonna have to be before he gets a phone?
when he can pay for it.
Oh.
No, I don't know. In my situation, it was like I didn't need to have a phone. Like I was homeschooled, like from that, from like the age I was homeschooled.
Sorry.
Dang man, I was homeschooled from like 6th grade on. So like I didn't really need a phone. The only time I needed a phone was when I played travel sports. So I would go on like a bus trip by myself, and then my parents would just loan me one of their phones if I needed it. But then I didn't actually have a cell phone until I was able to pay for it. Now I had an iPod Touch, so for all
Basically,
intents and purposes, I had a cell phone.
You could play Call of Duty on it. So.
Yeah, but no, yeah, because my first phone was an iPhone 5C. I got it when I was like a freshman in high school. Is when I started doing like dog walking and stuff, and I paid for it. I don't know. By the time he's 10, there's probably gonna be phones implanted in our brains. You know, all these kids with their gadgets.
I was just saying, it's like I see 8-year-olds walking around with an iPhone. I'm like, my kid's not doing that.
No,
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm.
we'll see.
It's.
Absolutely not. No, it's not happening to my
It's
kids.
honestly, like, I can't even think about that right now.
I'm just-
parenting for me right now. Parenting, if that's what you want to call it, is literally just like making sure my baby stays alive.
Yeah.
Just like throwing.
Is that what parenting always
changing?
is?
Well, no, because like eventually, like right now,
If you think about it.
right now, my child is just a bundle of needs. It's just like poop, eat, cry, sleep. Eventually, they're gonna have like a realization that they're in the world. And it'll be a few months till then. So, yeah, it's like he's just starting to get to the point where like he'll make actual eye contact with you and be like, "That's a person. Hi." Like, so
Father.
Father. Yeah, if you're gone for too long, he's gonna think his dad's the fridge.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Konner and I joked that when you came back, we're gonna recreate that whole office scene.
Yeah,
or
we play the song.
be singing the song.
Yeah,
and
but
all
we're
that.
not actually going to do that though. But how do you feel that he doesn't know who his dad is right now because you're here?
It's all right.
Like that's probably pretty crazy. To,
I'm just gonna have to buy.
like,
I'm just gonna
experience that kind of like that kind of denial this early
This
on.
early on in
I'm
life.
just gonna buy his love with discs. You know.
What's his first disc gonna be?
Ooh, that's a good.
I guess
question.
one of the mini ones.
No, his
Maybe-
first full size disc.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You can give him mini ones before, sure, but like you're buying your son
It's
his
probably-
first disc.
I
A
think it's-
lucid felon.
It's really tempting to go like Mr. Miyagi on him and just like hand him like one putter and be like, you get this putter until you can shoot under par at New London. And he's like, but Dad, I want all like the cool tie-dye discs. No, just this
I
putter.
want a Legacy Outlaw. It's a 15 speed.
Yeah, no, can't have it.
Outlaw's a 12 speed.
It's gonna be a really tough balance between like starting him out the right way, but like just giving him a starter set, but knowing that I have access to giving him all of like what I dreamed of as a kid, and just being like, you can have all of the discs.
That's true. He's gonna grow up. Not
I don't want him to
appreciating
be
them
that.
as
I don't want him to be that kid who walks in onto the scene with all the gear, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I do want him to be that kid. So we'll see. You know,
much. My kid is getting just.
he's only got to win 2 tournaments ever to like 2 C tiers to overcome what I was able to accomplish. So and have a
My kid is just gonna get just the like little starter bag that Gateway sent us. That's all he's gonna get ever.
yes.
I'm definitely my kid is getting a KC Pro Rock.
Yeah.
It's too
and-
stable.
No, and an AVR. My kid's going to be the person that makes Innova cool again.
Nice. That's a good strat.
He's gonna bring him back. I'm gonna just be like, listen, there's money in this company. You're the one that's getting it.
Mine's going to Finish Line Discs, man.
Heck yeah.
Can I get a Gibson Industries onesie?
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, you can.
It is weird thinking about like you have a kid and you're like thinking about all these things that they're gonna like accomplish, and then you realize that like they're not even gonna walk for like a year. like I'm gonna be like, by the time he turns 10, I'm gonna be like in my 30s.
You'll
And be like, do
32?
whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore.
And then I realize like, you know, I'll be 40 when he's like an adult, like a full grown adult. I feel old when I'm like, oh, he's not even gonna be, you know, when I'm 30, he's only gonna be like 8 years old. But then I don't think about it like he's gonna be like going to college when I'm only 40, and then I feel like I'm kind of young.
Yeah. What made me feel old was I saw a picture from my senior year homecoming on Facebook, and it was 7 years ago.
I said
Senior year of
I
high
said
school.
back when I was in
Wow.
college the other day, and I felt kind of old.
Yeah.
And I graduated almost 2 years ago. So like that was something.
I graduated high school 7 years ago.
You graduated 2015.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was
Makes me
2017.
feel old as frick. Like I'm 3 years away from my 10-year high school reunion.
We are getting to the point now where like it's crazy. There's always like each new year, there's like another year in time that feels like way closer than it was. I feel like now that year is like 2016 is like the year that feels it's like way further away than it feels. Like 2016,
Yeah.
17 around there. Like it doesn't feel like that should be that long ago, and now it was like
I don't
5, 6
know.
it was like
Whenever
5
I think
years
about
ago.
that's like, whenever I think about high school, it feels like forever ago.
I don't know.
That's
every
when I
once
was
in a while-
going into college though,
Yeah,
2017.
Every once in a while, I'll hear like a song. or, like,
I went to a
oh,
5-year high school, so it's not. It feels.
It is a
further
little
away from me.
easier for me though.
I've got to pee so bad.
Go ahead, man.
Y'all keep going.
All right,
I'll
all
pop
right.
back in.
You want us to follow you?
No.
It is a little easier for me though to like get like super far away from like even just college, because I literally got married and had a child like within like a year and a half.
Oh, you think you're better than me?
Yeah. So it does seem I do live like a different life. Back then it was
makes
just
sense.
like, can I make it to my 15 on time? You know, now it's like
And now it's just like, no, I didn't.
I gotta change diapers.
That's interesting.
I miss Hunter, man.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward here without him. Like,
Yeah. Should we talk about the breakfast nook?
They wouldn't understand.
Okay. I think.
Hey man, I picked up some. You were drinking these a little while.
Yeah,
ago.
they were at Aldi for a little bit.
And every time I tried to get the sparkling ones, I would just end up getting a regular one.
Gosh, dang it.
I'm talking about V8s, that is. And I would keep on getting the regular ones on accident. And
On
then
acid?
and then finally the other day, I got the sparkling ones, and this
It's way better.
black cherry one,
Good.
delicious.
Delish.
It's like gives me a little bit of a vibe of cheer wine without.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've been ingesting caffeine in dangerous amounts lately.
Oh, okay, cool.
Here's one thing I will say.
You know the baby will drink it through the breast milk, so you better stop
Dang
drinking it.
Here's one thing I will say about the sleep deprivation. It is awful, but you do gain the superpower of being able to sleep for 2 hours and then feeling you got a whole night's rest. After about
that's
a week of
interesting.
it, you can take an hour nap, and once you shake off the grogginess of the nap, you feel it because it's like your body is like, whoa, we actually got sleep. So that's
very cool. That's very cool.
That's cool.
Trevor, I gotta tell you something that I told Hunter the other day.
Tell me.
The
you
other
go?
day, I
Bathroom.
woke up.
Is it good? Did you pee or poop?
How was your experience? The other day, I woke up for work.
Yeah.
And I sneezed so loud that my wife woke up crying.
What?
I legitimately was. And
You've
you know,
heard him sneeze.
I have a very aggressive sneeze.
I make it a goal sometimes to sneeze as loud as I can.
It just happens for me.
Oh.
And so I woke up and my
Sorry.
nose was tingling, and I was like, yeah, and just like sneeze, and my wife literally like wakes up like scared and like has tears and starts crying, and I have to tell her no one's trying to kill you. I just had to perform a normal bodily function.
I was just sneezing. It's okay.
Yeah. And then I think she forgot about it until last night. She was like, did you sneeze the other day? I was like, yeah. And you started crying. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah.
That's where we're
Yeah.
at.
She's like,
Yeah.
what? And I was like, yeah.
And then she was like, what? And I was like, yeah.
Guys, when are we getting the captain's raptor?
Soon. It should be shipping in the next
I
like
don't know. Ask the captain.
few weeks.
I tried. I really want one.
I want the sailor's raptor.
I want the shipman's raptor. You know, the working man's raptor. That's what I want.
The blue collar
I want the
rat.
blue collar raptor.
I want.
That's funny. I like that.
I really want to make a joke, but I'm not going to. So
Okay.
just
Well,
keep
you
moving.
can't say that and not make the joke.
Yes, I can. Watch
Okay.
me.
Yeah, he sure can.
All right. That's just fine.
What are you guys doing after this? Do you want to hang out?
No.
I almost forgot to text Carson and let him know that we shot the podcast on Wednesdays because the work schedule got flipped. So now Silas is here Tuesday, Thursday.
That makes me so. You have no idea how sad it makes me that only going to see Silas.
well, with this,
2
when the
days a
summer
week.
comes around, he's going to be back to 5 days.
Yeah. Well, that's a long time.
That's
That
like
is
a
long
year.
time now.
Yeah, it feels like an eternity.
But Silas, since he'd been working Monday, Wednesday,
just love
Friday,
him so
had a key
much.
to the warehouse because we're here Wednesday mornings.
Oh.
And it hit me when I was leaving the gym this morning. I was like, Carson's not going to be able to get into the warehouse at 7. So luckily, I texted him in time.
You're such a smart
And
guy.
I was like, hey, the other warehouse workers will get there at 8. Then the warehouse will be unlocked
You're
right
such
after
a
that.
smart guy. We got to get him a key.
But
huh?
we'll have to get him a key by next week.
Gotta. Have to. I'm proud of Carson.
Me too.
I'm proud of him. That's all I'll say about that.
Hey, we're gonna.
When are we gonna? We need to have like a pizza party to build those desks in here.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
what
take
I
a
was
full
gonna
work
say.
day.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
gonna take a full
I
work
told
day.
Hunter I'm so excited for. I love assembling things.
Yeah, it's. I guess we're gonna find out. This will be our first taste of what the Uline furniture assembly process is like. We've
True.
never gotten-
Yeah. Is it better than IKEA?
Right. I doubt it.
Uh,
I bet it's more sturdy.
Oh, it's got to be. Do you see how many
Probably.
boxes those desks came in?
I don't know. I have an IKEA bed. That might be it. But the bed was really easy to assemble, very intuitive. Also really easy to disassemble
Yeah,
and
we watched
reassemble.
you.
Yeah, exactly. It was quick.
Yeah, we were there. We were feeling through your disc golf bag.
That's
Yeah.
right. But
Hunter is playing mean jokes on me.
so that
What did I do?
You don't want to know, man.
that the IKEA process is nice. It also comes with all the tools. I wonder if the Uline stuff, if we'll need like drills or if it'll be all like key
No,
stuff.
surely it'll come with everything.
I don't know, man. I got to think about what I'm putting on my desk.
I know
Now
that.
that I know it's like
This is about the
This
size.
big,
yeah,
yeah.
this is the size here, essentially.
I've never had a
What?
desk that big.
No, it's way bigger than that.
It's bigger than this. How long is this table?
Not
Yeah.
6 feet.
Yeah, this is not 6 feet.
It's like an extra 2 feet.
This is not 4 feet.
Okay,
it's probably like 4.5.
It's probably another
probably-
foot.
It's not important. You get the idea.
Anyway,
this is already big.
This is already massive.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time because
Konner's gonna have like a freak out because his desk is gonna have to be like super aesthetic.
My desk right now is trashed, and it's also because I don't have a lot of motivation to make it not trashed because it's a fold-out table.
Right. Now you have the motivation.
Exactly. But
You're
my
in
problem
trouble.
is that I have my desk at home that I work really hard on. That looks very cool. The desk pad is very neat.
And do
There's
you
a cool
want to
lamp,
transfer all
and
of
it's
that
like-
to work?
I haven't used it once since we moved into this house. Not once because I do all my work at the office,
you gotta
obviously.
transfer it over.
And that's the hard thing. I don't know but then what if I want to use it there someday for some reason?
You'll still have the desk there.
Well, my hope is that for some reason I'll have a project to work on there. But if I have a project to work on there, my computer, my laptop isn't powerful enough to do anything. So I would have to work on it at our office anyway.
So what the heck?
I don't know, man.
Hunter and I are gonna make a game of like throwing stuff into your little cubicle section. I think
Oh, you see, that would be fun for
like
you guys.
eggs, like raw eggs and dead animals.
Oh, cool.
I'm just excited to have a place where I can like.
Mine's just gonna be full of like empty
Write
cans.
Empty cans.
Yeah.
That's what Trevor's desk is right now. I haven't touched it.
To be fair, it's
Mallow
been
cups.
contributed to since I left from
No.
other people. It has.
It's only been. I'm the only person that sat there and
Yesterday-
I haven't brought a can.
Yesterday,
You know what you should do?
yesterday I walked over there and there was a water bottle and
yeah.
a cup
Yeah.
on the desk. Is that not a contribution?
water
Neither one of
bottle-
them are cans, stupid.
Yeah. First off. Secondly, I'm still drinking out of
That's
both
really
of those.
aggressive.
I'm still drinking out of all the ones.
They're
on
all empty. I felt them.
no.
I started picking them up because I was like,
I
you know
usually
what?
count
I'm gonna
on
do something
C-
nice
I
and I'm gonna
usually-
clean up Trevor's
I
desk.
usually
And then I
count on
picked up
Silas.
one thing. And I said, no, I'm not, and I put it back.
I usually count on Silas to clean up my crap for me. But now I guess he's only in Tuesday, Thursday. He's just too good for us. We're going to make him come in on Sundays, man. Gosh.
No, he was like, well, I get out of class at 2.
Was he bummed? Was he bummed?
Yeah, he was. He tried really hard to get all his
I
classes on
bet he
Tuesday,
was.
Thursday, but he couldn't.
I
do
know
it.
that broke his heart.
Yeah, he wasn't too excited.
Dang it.
But-
dude.
I love Silas. Silas is becoming dangerously unshelled.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
We have shucked him.
The
As in a
golf
shell, like
video,
we took the shell off.
By the way, if you haven't seen the golf video with Silas, it's on Foundation Nation. That was electric. Watching him,
he's so.
watching
You
him
should've seen the
take
video
that
we shot
divot,
yesterday.
like a foot behind the ball, like a pelt, so
It's
funny.
such a funny video.
Oh my gosh, Silas is
He also hit the
hilarious.
ball like literally 50 feet. No, it was a decent hit. He hit it to the wrong green though,
His
Well, he
whole-
hit it
and just
in a
yelled
complete 90-degree angle right.
and just yelled like you're like, let's go, come on! Like he just like the only time you would hear that on a golf course is if there was a hole in one.
Yeah,
And
everybody's
he
probably
was
looking around.
He was cheering because he went to the and then the best part, Trevor. I don't know if you heard this because we talked about it on a podcast, but you weren't here yet. Is we ended up having to play up hole like 8's fairway a little bit to get back to hole 1 because Silas hit so far right.
Yeah,
In that time, people were playing hole 1, not realizing we were on hole 1. And there was no point to tell them because Silas was taking so many
just let him
strokes.
through.
So we just let him go. Well, then we finally hit onto the green the same time someone's like hitting an approach shot and they see the ball come in and then we start walking onto the green and the guy just yells at us and goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like,
You can hear it in the video.
we
That's so funny.
we looked at him, we're like, we're on hole 1. We were just letting people go through. He's like, "This is the green for 1." And I was like, "We're on hole 1."
Meanwhile, they're coming from like not.
yeah, we were
where
not on hole 1. I was like,
Yeah.
we're playing hole 1. He was just playing way over here. I was like, we were just letting people play through. He's like, okay. And he like stared at us. I was like, well, you should probably play through too because you're a group of 1 and we don't know how long Silas is going to take on the green. But he was like, no, go ahead, finish out. And then Silas took like 6 putts.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Golf.
Golf.
I'm breaking 100.
Are you pretty confident?
I'm pretty confident.
I believe in you. I got a big golf itch. I hit a 4-iron in my house yesterday into a pile of blankets. So
I went out to the range. And I went through a bucket of 100 balls.
that is a dangerous game, son.
And I messed up. I hit 2 or 3 shots that I didn't make solid contact with.
There you go. I
And
get
to
worse
me,
on the range.
That is a crucial thing because I can step up with an iron now, and I'm like, here we go, game time.
There we go. You need to work on those wedges.
I know. I've got new wedges. They're coming in, but that's all I need. Like
You bought them online.
I've been they're out for delivery today. I've been practicing
yeah.
my putting in my living room. I have that like putting thing. So now my wedge game, the snow took a toll on me because I couldn't practice in my backyard.
Dang it.
But at the beach, I was chipping like nobody's business.
In the sand?
Well, no. At the beach, we played golf.
Oh, right,
I didn't
that's
go
right.
to the beach, like the actual beach once.
Well, if you want good sand bunker practice, I used to take my sand wedge and a bag of balls to the beach with me.
That's pretty smart.
Well, here's the problem. Beach sand is actually a lot different than the sand they put in bunkers, and it's like hitting through a bunch of wet tarps. Your club just stops immediately. So don't ever try that. I thought it was the greatest idea I ever had in my life. I was like, I'm about to hit so many awesome bunker shots at the beach. It'd be great. It's unlimited bunker. It doesn't work. At least at Topsail Island in North Carolina, it doesn't work.
One time, whenever this is like a slightly embarrassing story.
No, go
because
for it.
now, whenever I look back on it, I realize how stupid it was.
Okay.
But my family every year does a vacation to Edisto Island, which is in South Carolina, and we stay there because my grandparents have a timeshare there. And one year, one of the
Let's get a timeshare. Can we all get a timeshare?
No, they are a scam.
Yeah.
I kind of like being a part of that, though.
Wyndham, the company, frick you. You guys literally are controlling my grandparents.
My sister and brother-in-law have a timeshare through like Blue Green Resorts.
It's
or something
timeshare
like that.
mostly. It's a scam mostly because they make you use it, right? Is that kind of,
Well, and also you can't if you can't
get out
sell
of
it
it.
without losing all of your money.
Yeah.
And they keep on bumping up the prices every month, and adding all these maintenance fees. So it's all the money you poured into it means nothing because they keep on upgrading their system. So whenever you might have been one of their top people last year, now you're one of their bottom people, and you have to pay another however much. It's
also like
it's literally a scam.
If you go on vacation, you feel guilty if you don't stay at your timeshare places. Which, like, for my sisters, luckily they're like all over the place.
should we buy a timeshare?
And we've stayed there, and it's been like they've been nice when we've stayed there. But like we'll go somewhere, and they'll be like, "Well, can we just go? Can we stay like 20 minutes farther away? Because like then we can stay at the timeshare place." And I'm like, "We don't care. Sure, who cares?"
Timeshares.
If you have like a decent amount of money, and it's not going to hurt you, then yeah, sure, dude. Do a timeshare. It just encourages you to go on vacation more. But if you're not like super wealthy, then a timeshare is going to kill you.
Airbnb,
they're
probably,
stupid.
it changes the game a lot too.
Anyway, so we stay the place that there's many different places to stay on the island that are owned by Wyndham. So one year we stayed at this one that's right beside the golf course. There's a golf course on the island. Very, very cool golf course. But I brought my discs, obviously. I do every year because we play at Trophy Lakes every year, which is about an hour away north towards Charleston. One of my favorite courses of all time. And I wanted to practice throwing, so I walked out into the backyard of our like beach house, which was the backyard. You walk through it and you're on the golf course, and it's like dead middle of winter, like the day after Christmas. So there's like not anybody there playing golf, like literally nobody there. So I just walk out into the golf course and stand on one of the tees, and I just chuck all my discs, like all 25 of them, and do that for like hours. And this guy comes out and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just throwing." And the best thing with disc golf is you can act like really innocent really quick because you can just be like, "I'm just throwing my frisbees."
Yeah.
Like, and then act like you don't really know what you're doing. And he's like, "You can't like walk out here." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he's like, "You didn't see those signs?" And I was like, "Mm-mm." So yeah.
You got off scotch-free though.
I mean, yeah, nothing happened to me.
It's like a
I
golf
just
course
walked-
employee.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like at Liberty, I'd go and like throw on the lacrosse field and stuff, and like staff person would have me like twice would walk up and be like, "Hey, like the fields are closed." And I was like, "Well, it said except for club sports athletes," and then because like that's what the sign said, and they'd be like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, disc golf's a club sport," and they would just look at me because they were just so confused, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm allowed to be here, but I know you don't think I'm allowed to be here.
Whenever I had a tear in my meniscus that I'm pretty sure I got from playing broomball, not disc golf, but I had to go to like the club sports trainers, and the look on their faces when they were trying to like figure out how somebody tore their meniscus playing disc golf, like they just stared at me like so was it like they said, so was it like in a game? And yeah, I just felt like an idiot in there.
That's
They're
funny.
like ultrasounding my knee. They're like, "You gotta be kidding me! This frisbee guy in here hurt himself." Like they're
That's
probably
so
dealing. They're
funny.
probably dealing with like hockey players with catastrophic spinal injuries, and
I don't think they're dealing with hockey players with catastrophic spinal
not
injuries.
catastrophic spinal injuries, but like actually rehabable, like very necessary, important athletes at their school. Not me.
It is so
Trying to battle out for first flight.
so cold in here.
Yeah, it's
I'm
got
actually
cold
enjoying
back.
It is so cold that I'm
back down to
sweating.
50s.
Somehow it's so
My
cold. I'm
toes have
sweating.
gone numb though, so like I'm kind of good.
It was 70 when grip lock started, so I turned the heat off because it was too hot. And now I just checked when I walked past it for the bathroom. It's back to 53.
Yeah.
It is icy in here.
It's the winter has come on in full effect.
What's going to be interesting is like when the storefront,
so much
there's like
that
the
it
walls
killed
up,
my car.
the walls up, and so like we're pretty close to like being able to start building out the storefront, which is not gonna be like a big storefront. But one thing I
We're
noticed,
gonna have the coolest used discs though.
we are. One thing I noticed,
Swag.
Yeah,
is
if any of them make it past us.
there's no vent to like get air from back here
Yeah.
up there. So in the summer, the person working up there
baking,
is going to be
dude.
sitting next to the window, which you
They're
remember the window,
Baking.
and the AC is going to be blocked from them. They're just going to be in a sweat box.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're going to have to
gosh.
get them some like.
So submit applications at.
Well,
we're going to have to get like a fan, a personal
We'll
fan.
have to
for
do
it.
that,
yeah.
and we'll just have to leave the door open at night so that it.
Oh,
it
that's a good
cools.
idea, Trevor.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the door to outside. And I was
It'll-
like, yeah, Trevor,
it'll-
that's stupid.
It'll cool it, and then during the day, it does stay like that door doesn't need to open and close a ton during the day, so like
No.
it'll stay cool enough. Yeah,
That
they
makes,
have a fan
that makes
going.
sense.
Because it does like we can get it real cold in here.
Yeah, and it can get real hot up by that window.
Yeah. Remember whenever we used to sit there every day and then at a certain time we would just be
Oh
blind?
my gosh, dude! No, like packing orders in that it's like an oven.
Yeah, trying to edit videos
We
where
also
the sun is
we also
like
could
gleaming
just, like,
on your
do
screen.
the right thing and get the like.
Well, that's what I told Brody. I was like,
things for the windows.
we might just want to like tent these windows.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Well, we
tent
could
those
just get
windows.
like put curtains up over them.
That would look,
That's kind
that
of
would
shady.
look silly.
That's kind of shady.
I think, well, it
Well,
is
That's the
actually
point of being
very
shady because we don't want the sun.
Definitely should get like the
Can I,
tent things.
Trevor, can I get like a good, like, I've been missing it. Can I get like,
There you go.
I love that.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we also gonna get Are we gonna
I
get
thought it was over.
our name on the thing? Our name on the sign thing?
I don't
up
know.
there?
Brody asked the same
Brody
question.
asked the same question. What's
Yes.
Do
yeah.
y'all
'Cause-
talk?
No. Yeah. I
Would you
guess.
like
Yeah,
some?
Brody and I talk. We're cool.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to or not.
We
I haven't
definitely
asked that
should.
question. Well, I don't know if that's a possibility.
Why
I
is that
haven't
not
asked.
a possibility?
I don't think there's enough spaces for every unit.
Well, then we will get in there.
If nothing else, we can put like a sign up.
I want to be like, don't you think that'd be cool to like drive past and be like, we did it?
It'd be cool, but it's also like not super necessary.
No,
If-
but that's not. When has this ever been? When has this business ever been about what's necessary? Like, are you kidding me? Right now,
No. Because I'm just thinking that banner that's just stuck on the wall, we can just like put up by the road.
ooh,
Yeah. It's much better in here where we already know we're at foundation.
whatever, dude.
All right, I'm getting up now.
Okay. I'm not. You never do. I had to take your spot last week. I stayed seated.
Punk.
Well, what was I supposed to do, Trevor? You
No
weren't
wonder
here.
my seat felt so stupid.